Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a sleeve photo cards with me video because I have acquired we've acquired a lot of cards and Jungho. More importantly, I finally got my group order in with my green popcorn sleeves so I can sleeve other cards in here that I was not able to store last time. And I feel like I need to update my Canva templates and stuff. It's just everything's a little crazy right now, so I figured we can try to do this together. And I am moving in 2 weeks, so I need to get everything sleeved and then in a binder as much as I can. So why don't I go ahead and do that? I have a lot of different sleeves that I use. So obviously I showed you guys my popcorn sleeves. These green hard popcorn sleeves are what I use for my photo cards that are in Meow Cafe A5 wide binders, and then I also use them for my miscellaneous that's still in A5 wide. So it's mainly what I use those guys for. Pink sleeves are for Itsy. I don't think I have any extra Itsy today though. My colored sleeves are for ATs, miscellaneous boy group. Oh, it's also miscellaneous girl group. My Japanese sleeves, which are Titan Shield, I use for Usan. Matte Dragon Shield sleeves I use for everyone that is not the boys, and the boys I use the clear Dragon Shield sleeves. I also have a lot of white sleeves off here in the corner, Japanese size and regular size, so we have a lot of different stuff we gotta use. I think first I need to, first I should take some of these out because we'll definitely need, let's open at least a pack of these. So we have our popcorn sleeves. We have our Japanese size sleeves, so slim A5. We obviously have Sangyeon and the boys. I think I also have some Hanji in here too, because I also sleeve him in these sleeves. And then the colored sleeves we can figure out as we go. First off, so this is the boys that I didn't get to store last time. Do I have, I do have stuff in here that I need to. I think we also need to go through this and organize it a little bit. But let's see, the IDs are already in there. What I need to re-sleeve, I need to sleeve these. These also go in popcorn sleeves. That's only the boys cards that go in popcorn sleeves. These are just white sleeves. It's this random Eric QR that I got in a group order, so he's gonna go in my miscellaneous binder. But these, I just keep them like this, so we'll actually keep them at the back here. But we can start off with these. And I thought I could talk about, I had a crazy week last week because I saw Stray Kids on Tuesday in Atlanta. I saw BB and JB Thursday, Friday in DC/Maryland. I also had a JB fan sign at the concert, and I did my wooyoung video call. So that was, and it was Lemon Drop release. So I also had to go and I totally forgot about the pop-up for that. So I had to go and do that. That's at the end of the story though. I figured we could talk about all these recent concerts and stuff that have been happening in the past, for me, the past week. But first, those were the only ones that were already in this container of the boys. We need to sort all of these photo cards. So hold on a second. These, people ask me where I get these. These containers are from Meow Cafe. I love them. The only thing is when a lot of photo cards are in here, it's kind of hard to take them out if there's a bunch of them because they can slip around and stuff. But I do really like them in general. I think they're a very good purchase because they protect the cards from dust and stuff, which I feel usually happens. So what did we not get to store last time? So I didn't get to store my mark cards and this Skiz set. We also have some GOT7 and BI in here. I have this random 17 tag that I was gifted. We have all my Yeonjun cards, all my back collected Jungwons, and then, 2 or 3 twices. Yeah, I could sleeve one of them, but everything else needed to sleeve. Is that it? I think that's it in here. Oh, no, there's more. We have Oneus, And we have Monster X. Wow, guys. Crazy. And so much is happening right now. So much is going on. I'm like overwhelmed. Okay. So we have to organize this container later, but first we need to... So we have NCT. I feel like I don't have any more NCT. Oh no, I have one Jungwoo. That's a lie. We have Skiz. We have GOT7 and BI, but I'm pretty sure I don't have more BI, so we'll just put BI at the back of this. We have Miscellaneous OT17. We have TXT and Hypen, Misamo, OneUs, and Monster X. I know you guys can see my light here, but I feel like we need to keep that because we need as much space as possible. Okay, and then let's just go through. Oh my god, guys. Like all this stuff I got in trades and sales and when I went to Atlanta to see Stray Kids. So these are from my JB fan sign and the JB tour. So those all go in GOT7. Oh my god, we have Ace cards. I'm so excited. Okay, this I saved because I didn't know if I had these, but I'm pretty sure I literally just sleeved those cards. Yeah, I have that Sangyeon, and I have the blue Sangyeon. I'm pretty positive I already have this Sangyeon, so I'm gonna leave those off to the side. Okay, anyway, we have some Sangyeon cards. Oh my god, I found someone who was like downsizing their Sangyeon collection, and I got some gems. This is kind of like a sneak peek as to what is in my collective haul, because I filmed that yesterday, which is why I have a lot of these cards now. We have some more Ace cards. I think some of these are dupes. We'll figure that out. This, I couldn't tell if this was a real card. Is this actually from the Overturn fan meet? Or is this like a fan-made photo card? I'm not sure. Okay, we have ZB1. We have wooyoung. That's our one other NCT card. So, where's ITZY? We don't have an ITZY pile yet. I'm gonna put this in Wanu's binder, so P1 Harmony. Yeah, so at the beginning of last week, so I flew to Atlanta on a Sunday. My concert was on Tuesday, and do I have any Hanji? I don't have any like actual Han yet, right? Yeah. So that goes down there. You can still see it. Okay. And obviously my flight was like delayed because like literally it just can't not be delayed these days. Like that's just how it goes. But my best friend Rachel and I rented an Airbnb. It was such an amazing Airbnb because oh my god. It we always like when we go on trips, we always pick the place that has the biggest TV and the best looking couch, and so that's what we did this time. Rach found this Airbnb because we were going to go to like Stray Kids on Tuesday. Rach had already she planned this, so I cannot take credit, but Rach had already booked our hotel for the day like of the concert, like that night, but not for this one. See, like I'm keeping this Scoops and this Uzi, but these are for Wanu's binder. So, and then we have, where's John? But I decided to go a day early. I actually wanted to go like even earlier, but oh my god, guys, this was like, the problem is I was so tired the week leading up to it. I've had like some struggle at work recently because actually I am a personal trainer, and so I work basically on commission. And the problem is I like randomly, this has not happened to me like so far in my career as a personal trainer, because when I started at my gym, I mean, it took me a little while to like fully gain like a full client base, but it didn't take me that long. So I actually like have had basically, I have been overbooked for actually a really long time. And I was actually getting kind of overwhelmed because it was just a lot. Like I was just getting very tired and, like I said, overworked. And so on the one hand, suddenly at the beginning of this year, which actually is not related to all of the government firings and stuff that were happening in DC at the beginning of the year, even though you would think that it was. But I was like working too much. But then apparently every single person that I train, like almost, oh, this is a dupe, Kevin. Basically all of them, hold on, this is Han, this is OT Skiz, but this is like the other OT Skiz, okay. All my clients are leaving me, essentially. Like, everyone is moving, everyone is, like, switching jobs or, you know, stuff like that. And at the beginning, I was like, oh, this is okay, because I need, like, a break. I'm, like, so tired. But eventually, it was low-key actually kind of, like, right now, we're struggling a little bit. Like, it's not a great situation, and, anyone who has, like, a job that is not based on commission, just know how lucky you are that that is your job, because it's actually like a problem if I don't have clients, because that's the only way that I am a part-time manager, so I do get some, like, a small commission, not commission, a small like stipend, I guess, like, to do that, but it's definitely not enough to like live off of at all. So I've been, you know, we've been struggling a little bit. I bought all these things prior to all of that happening, so that's why we still have a lot of photo cards, because I was not prepared for that to be the case. These signs were a surprise. I did not know I was getting these. Very exciting. So anyway, we're struggling a little bit, and so leading up to the concert, you would think that I would be like chillin', but I had this like instructor teacher training that I had to do for my Pilates certification, because you need to keep up your certification, do like a bunch of stuff. And I, like basically chose to do something that was like much more in depth, much more expensive, because it was like a cool cert. And I'm really glad that I did it, because it's definitely going to like, oh, someone gifted me this. I literally could cry. Oh my God. But where's Misamo? But I had to do it for it was 2 weekends in a row, Saturday, Sunday, from 7:30 a.m. until noon, all those like 4 days total. And I was literally so tired. Oh my God, I was so tired by the end. And then I literally basically immediately had to, second day of that, like, I guess, no, not second day, I guess fourth day, technically, I had to literally like finish that training. I had to like go, I still had clients I was training over the weekend, because I trained on Saturday and Sunday because I was leaving. And I basically was like, if I need to see you guys like on Saturday or Sunday, like I just have to do it, because that's the only way that, again, we need to make the money where we can make the money. So I'm gonna start sleeving these. Let's start with Mr. JB. And these are two dupes that I know that I have, because they were bought in a set and they were definitely dupes, but I'm gonna have to go through my Canva later with you guys and we can see if I have other dupes. Okay, let's start to sleeve. So JB and Got7 and BI go in these popcorn sleeves. I'll talk about the JB concert later, but so I had to do that teacher training 2 weekends in a row, and I had to get up at like, you know, I get up at 6 or 7 in the morning every day anyway to go to work, and I had to still do that on the 2 weekend days, which, like, if you guys know anything about me, I need my Sunday. Like, I work Monday through Saturday, and so Sunday is my one day that I don't work, usually. Obviously, again, for this, I was like, well, I'm leaving for a few days, so I can move a client and I'll just, like, have to deal with it. But if I don't have that Sunday, guys, I start to go, like, everything starts to go downhill. And that's what was starting to happen. Luckily, I had Skiz to look forward to, so it was, like, a good, like, push through. But that Sunday, like, I had to get up, I had to finish that teacher training, and then I had to go to work, and then I had to, like, basically go home, make sure I had all my stuff ready, and then I had to drive. I took an Uber to my family friend's house because they were going to watch my dog. So I had to take, like, a pet Uber, which is always more expensive, which is, like, so dumb. And then I went there, dropped my dog off, and then I had to go to the airport, and I was literally, like, I was pushing it to get to the airport. And then obviously I get there. I was like 2 hours early because I was just like, well, I don't want to be late and I have to bring my dog. And I was like, well, if I get there early, it's fine. I got there early, and then obviously my flight was then delayed by almost like 2 hours. And I was like, fam, are we serious? Ugh, they basically were having like, my plane arrived on time, but the crew that was going to be on our plane was coming from a different, like on a different plane. And obviously that plane was delayed. And it also like, there was all these thunderstorms that were happening in DC. So we literally finally get on the plane and hello? Oh, am I just keeping? Oh, Han is already in the binder. Oh my God. I was like, where's Han? Yeah, obviously we get on the plane and we start taxiing, and then they have to stop us because there's a tornado warning. And I was like, oh my God, if we left on time, we would not be here for the tornado. I was just getting like, so like, ugh. But we made it. I finally got to Atlanta, and then I landed, and like literally while I was in the air, like in those, like that hour and a half that I was in the air, I basically like I'm not in a fixed claim or soft claim for wooyoung for ATs this era, because I can't be, because again, I'm moving and we already know my job situation. So I had to back out of my soft claim, and I saw this in another video, but I was like so sad about it because I was so excited to do my first soft claim for ATs. Oh, anyway, it's okay. But I do still join like a few group orders, and like a few days before I had joined this like video call raffle attempt with one of my group order managers, who is the group order manager who also did my P1 Harmony group orders that I was in. And that's how I won my in-talk video call also. And they were doing a video call attempt, and they have soft claimers. So I have to wait to see like who the soft claimers claim first before, like, as someone who's just like looking at their page can claim. But once they did that, they had wooyoung, yosang, and yuno available, and I was like, well, now wait a second. Like, that sounds like a really good trio. I'll just buy 3. That's like 3 entries I have into the video call attempt. Like, if I don't get it, it's fine, but I was like, hey, you know, might as well. So I do that, and then while I'm in the plane, I guess it was the deadline for the video call attempt, and essentially, I won the video call attempt. Like, she raffled off while I was in the air, so I had no idea. And this is, again, the person that I won the in-talk one with. So when I landed, I just opened Instagram, and this, like, message just pops right up, and it was my GOM, and they were like, hey, like, it's me again. Here's your information for the video call. Like, we're entering with 40 albums. Like, do you want to buy any more? Whatever. And I was like, girl, wait. Hold on a second. And I went back to like our like original like main chat, and with like everyone in it, and yeah, she spun the raffle wheel, and it landed on me. I only had 3 entries. Like, that was I did not think I was going to win that. I mean, I entered because I thought, why not? But for her, the way that she does it is you can like opt in or out of winning the video call, because obviously some people just want the photo card. And I was like, well, you know, like, might as well. And it worked out because I ended up winning. And so while I was in the air, I guess she kind of was like, because it was late at night, basically, because I landed at like 10:30 at night. And so she kind of was like, okay, is this the information right? Like, you got to let me know in a half hour or so. And I was on the plane, so I didn't realize. And I landed, and she had already submitted. She was like, I just submitted. Hopefully it was fine. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was literally flying to see Stray Kids. Like, and that was crazy. And then, long story short, because that was on Sunday, on Wednesday morning, when Rach and I woke up after Stray Kids, I rolled over, looked at my phone, and I had a Kakao message from Makestar, all in Korean, but I was like, oh my fucking God. So yes, I did win the wooyoung video call, and that ended up being on Saturday. So I had like all the other stuff I was already doing, and then I had that, which I'm obviously very grateful for, but I was like, ooh, this is gonna be like kind of tight. I can't remember if I have my other tag in a clear or in a white filler. I think it's in the clear one, but I'll just keep that Josh there for now. I got this Josh as a freebie, and I pulled Seungkwan in my deluxe album, but I'll just keep Josh. Like, that's fine. Okay, who else needs to be in a popcorn sleeve? Yes. I bought the Bomgyu Panic box when I was at a K-pop store in Atlanta. It's so cute. He looks so cute. So anyway, that was crazy. We got to our Airbnb. It's sick. It has all these like, I made a whole vlog about this if anyone is interested. It's a very long vlog, I will say, but Rach and I had a really good time. So, yeah, the guy is like, has all this like decked out, like he's like a techie guy who has this Airbnb because like he had all these different lights. You could control all of it from like an iPad on the wall, which was hilarious and like amazing. And, it has a huge, massive TV. Like, I think that was like 100-inch TV. It was so big. This really big sectional. Anyway, so that was like a big sleigh. And basically, while I was in the air, Rach was like, made this whole playlist because we were like, this is a huge TV. What do we need to watch on the big screen, like specifically? So we made a whole playlist and we decided to filter it by like most views because we were like, how do we want to like filter this? And that was so fun because it was so fun to see like which music videos and stages and stuff are like similar viewed to each other and which are like, you know, maybe like higher up or lower up than you thought. So that was really fun. Then the next day was Monday, and that was our day where we were just like K-pop storing. Like Rach and I went to like we went to 3 K-pop stores, and then we went to 3 Targets one day, one the next day, because we were on the hunt. The Targets we were on the hunt for 17 and Hypen. And Hypen was very hard to track down. We finally ended up each getting one, but they only had one version. And Rach did get a few engine versions, but I've already ordered my engine versions from Choice Music. I just ordered Jungwon because you could choose the member, so I just did that. The problem is now that I'm moving in like 2 weeks, and I have definitely pre-ordered things that are not going to come in time. So luckily I have my current apartment, like my lease is through August 18th. So hopefully I'll be able to get back in, and it's like right across from where I work. Where I'm moving is just like a few blocks away actually, which is like very nice. But hopefully I can get back in to check my like mailbox and stuff. Anyways, that's like a different problem, but so yeah, we went to K-pop Story. That's our favorite K-pop store in Atlanta, is K-pop Story. Then we went to K-pop Nation, which they do have K-pop Nations everywhere. They're always a little more expensive, but this one was the biggest one that I've been at. And they had a bunch of, oh, why do I have this group card? Okay, must have come in like a set. Yeah, okay, this is the biggest K-pop Nation that I have been to, so it actually did have some stuff that I don't see at all the places. They're just all a little more expensive. They also do sell photo cards, just like loose photo cards, which I bought a bunch of, but they also kind of overprice those. So just, if you don't know, like if you guys, a lot of people know about K-pop Nation, I think, but if you don't know that they do kind of overprice the cards, and the albums. So just be aware of that when you go. But I forgot these have 50 instead of 100 sleeves, so that's why we're going through these so quickly. Yeah, but oh my god, we went to K-pop Story and they did not have the new Hypen because it was a Monday when we went, and we were like, oh, I mean, it was released like a few days ago, like maybe it's not, it was like the week before, I can't remember, I think it was the week before, and we were like, well, that's okay. Like, they probably just don't have them in yet. And we were leaving, and they have this big, like, FedEx shipment that was being delivered. And Rach turned to me, and she was like, LOL, like, what if those are the Hypen albums? And then, literally later that day, we're sitting on the couch, like, 6 p.m. We look at their Instagram, and they posted, new release, new in store, all the Hypen versions. And she and I were like, are you kidding me? Like, oh my god. And we literally debated going the next day, while we waited for Stray Kids, but it was going to be like a 45-minute drive, and we were like, that's kind of dumb to like leave this whole vicinity to just go and buy some Hypen albums. There's a whole other story about that though, which I'll get to, which was kind of crazy on the day of our skiz, but yeah, K-pop Story was great. K-pop Nation was good. K-pop Store in USA used to be like one of our faves, but they're still good. But first of all, their AC was not working, which was, a little bit tragic. Because, yeah, I mean, it just was like really, really hot in there. They did have a Stray Kids event going on, which was fun. I'm trying to sleeve everything that's in a popcorn. But yeah, it was really hot, and we did do this photo booth, but we literally like low-key got scammed. I don't think we got like not scammed by K-pop store because like it's just the photo booth that they have, but it was $16. You had to get 2 film strips each time, even though like we only needed, like I was just gonna take one of myself. I don't need 2 copies, but you had to buy 2. So they made you pay $16. And they didn't have a lot of like filters and stuff. So there didn't end up being a lot of options. And the machine was really slow, and you have like a time limit in there. So Rach and I were like low-key kind of stressed out, which is so dumb. We were like, why are we so stressed out about this? Like this should be fun. But that was kind of funny. I'm gonna actually grab my BTS binder for a second because I'm trying to remember the other members that I have in the back. There's like a little film on these. Like I have them double-sided, right? And I need to know, because I got that new Yoongi card. Oh my god, he's gonna have to go like here. Maybe you guys can't really see this, but you can't see this, but I'm just gonna for a second shuffle everything so I'm prepared. So this Yoongi is Mott's Persona, which is, oh, so I'm just gonna have to, oh my god, I'll need a new page. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do that later, but I do think that this can be in this popcorn sleeve. And what do I have Jin? Where are my soloists in here? Okay, Jin can also be in a clear sleeve because he is gonna be on the back. Okay. That's not exciting to you guys, but I like do my things in a specific way, so I need to know like how I'm storing everything. Same with the MISC girl groups and boy groups. So where's my NMIX section? Because I have 3 NMIX cards. I'm pretty sure I'll need a new page for NMIX. Yeah, because I have one slot, but there are 3 cards, so we'll need 1 in a pink sleeve, and then we'll have the other 2 in a clear sleeve. So here are my NMIX cards. So I guess it would be Bae, who's like the oldest of this squad. And then the other 2 are gonna be on the back, so they can be in the clear sleeve. And then same with Idol. So technically, like Minnie this is her solo album. But should I put her with the Idol girls or should I put her with the female soloists? I'm gonna put her with the Idol girls because I put my Blackpink soloists with the other Blackpink cards. So 2 pink sleeves for her. And then for Stacy, I have 3 cards, so I definitely just shuffle my Stacy cards too. These are the pink sleeves actually that I use for my miscellaneous girl groups because they're standard size, whereas the Meow Cafe ones are slim fit. So I have this old Xion card, so she'll be in the pink sleeve. I think the other ones will also be in the pink sleeve. If I need to change it later, these are my newer cards that I got. Okay, let's just say that's right for now. And then Jungkook also goes in the popcorn sleeves. Yeah, so then on the actual day of Stray Kids, Rachel and I got up at like 7:30 a.m. We went to early merch. She dropped off the car, and this was so amazing. She went to the hotel, and she was just parked the car in the garage, and she just went in and she was like, hey, like I know that I can't check in yet, but like is it okay if I park my car in this parking garage? And they're like, well, wait, let me see if we have a room available. And they literally had a room available, so she was able to check in at like 9 a.m., which is so nice. And okay, so these guys go in like Japanese sleeves. So that was nice. So while she was doing that, I was at the early merch line, and that went so smoothly. Like I got there and there were maybe like, I don't know, maybe there were 50 people in front of me. I'm really bad at guessing like quantities of humans, but it did not take me that long. Like the merch opened at 10. We were done by 10:30. And that was when we then were like we were like, should we drive to the K-pop store? Like, we have so much time. But the person at the desk had said, they were like, make sure like if you leave and drive out and come back, like the parking garage probably will fill up, so just like note that down. And we were kind of like, well, maybe we shouldn't do that. Like, we shouldn't like leave this like good luck that we have. So we decided to just drive to a Target and then also just drive to a Barnes and Noble. So we went to Target. We found, I think, one other 217 albums, and that was kind of it. And then, guys, this fated, cursed thing happened to us. So Rach and I are going in the Barnes & Noble, and I was like, didn't have a bag, so I was like holding all of my stuff like in my hands. So I was holding my phone here and my wallet and the like something else, I don't know. And that's only important to the story because of what I'll say in a second. But we're like walking around the store. We can't find the K-pop albums and the music section. This is like one of those Barnes & Nobles that keeps the stuff behind the desk. So we're like walking up to the desk, and as I'm like walking kind of past this guy, he starts like mumble talking to me, and I couldn't really like understand what he was saying. So I just kind of like looked at him and I was like, okay, bro, like, and I just kept walking. And then we're standing at the desk, and like we're standing at one end because the employees were like helping someone else like at the other end. So Rach and I were just standing there like just waiting for the employee to be ready. So because we saw the albums, they were like in the like behind the desk, and the guy comes back up to us, and he was basically like, why are you being so fucking creepy? Like, it's so weird that you're filming people like in public. Like, you should not be filming people on your phone. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I was just holding my phone in my hand. Like, I was not filming anyone. And he was like saying all this weird stuff, and my friend and I basically were like, okay, like we weren't filming you, but like, sorry, bro, like, you know. And so he leaves, he like loops the store, he comes back, and he starts saying the same stuff again. He's like, stop filming me, like, you shouldn't be doing that in public, like, you should, like, would you like it if I started filming you? And I was like, sir, like, this is not what we're doing right now, but, you know, like, sorry if you thought that we were, you know? And then he leaves, and this is when it started to get creepy, because he leaves the store, but like as he's walking out, he's like looking at us through the window, like he's walking and just staring at us. And Rach and I were like, that's weird. And at this point, the employees were looking over at us, and they were kind of like, wait a second, like, what's going on? And my friend and I were like, I don't know, he was like saying some kind of weird stuff, but you know, like, I don't know, I think it's okay. And then he comes back in, and then he starts like, he's basically just like, and another thing, like, you should, he keeps saying all this stuff. And then he basically says like, I'm gonna he either said smash your phone or smash your face. Like, if you do that again, like, he like low-key threatened us. And my friend and I were like, okay, he walks out again. And the employees were like, hold on, what did he just say? And we told them, and they were like, okay, like, we need to be prepared. He circles outside. He comes back in. And this time, he is holding his phone, and he's recording his phone. He's like, and then he walks right up to us. He's like holding in our faces. I guess like in his brain, he's like trying to prove a point. But I was like, bro, like, this is not. And one of the employees literally had to stand between him and my friend and I. So then, like, they basically are like, sorry, you like need to leave the store. And so he does. And they had to lock the door of the Barnes & Noble. They called the police. And my friend and I had to just, like, stand in there and wait for the police to come because the police wanted to talk to us. And we were like, guys, we literally were just going in to try to get this stupid and hyping album. Like, please. And I turned to Rachel and I was like, this is what you get when you get greedy and you want to get more in hyping albums. Like, you know, this is, like, I'm joking. Obviously, we did not deserve that to happen to us. Clearly, there was just something going on with that guy. Like, his mental state was just not good, which, you know, is definitely a tough situation. And the woman at the front was like, you know, we could get him charged. He could go to jail for, like, I don't know what it was. Like, it wasn't like maybe loitering, because I guess they later on were like, yeah, he's been standing out here for, like, he got here like really early in the morning. He was just standing outside, and he's been here like before. And basically the police were like, well, you should have told us if he was loitering before, because we can't, like, right now it's just like a first infraction. Like, we can't, you know, do anything more than that. And I was just like, I'm gonna remove myself from this now. Like, my friend and I are not even from this area. Like, we will never be back. Thank you, police officer, for helping us, but we gotta go now. So that was literally crazy. Like afterwards, Rach and I were just like, we obviously didn't buy any albums. We're like, we need to leave. Like we got to get out of here. So well, let me check if I need any of these Ace photo cards. So that was, yeah, again, crazy. I guess our Target polls were pretty good. So I guess like there's that, but, yeah, besides that, like that whole thing was kind of crazy. So we got back and we were like, okay, let's just like rectify this situation now. Let's get back on track. Like, okay, I did need this card. I think I already have these other ones. I'll save them for now and like double check, but I for sure needed this Beyond one. After that, we got to the hotel and we were hanging out in the hotel and then it started pouring rain and we were like, okay, well, good thing we're not actually at the concert yet. So we stayed in there. We watched a lot of 17 stages. That was really fun. And then the only other like weird thing about this was, you know how I feel like apparently Truist, so Rach and I have been to Truist Park to see Twice. I guess Twice was the first K-pop group to perform at Truist, and Stray Kids are the second group to perform at Truist, so definitely not like, there haven't been a lot of groups that have performed there, and when I heard that, I was like, oh god, something's gonna happen. And you know, none of these like stadiums are ever, venues honestly, are ever prepared for like the amount of K-pop stans that arrive like early for a concert and on to like everyone arrives, you know, hours early because we're all trying to get in, make sure we get our merch, make sure we can sit down, and then we're all like ready to start the show at 7:30 when it starts. And this venue obviously was not prepared for that, so they were taking, like my friend and I got there at 4, like maybe like just before 4:30. We had a really good spot in line. Like we were not super far from the front. We heard sound check, which was fun. So that's how I knew they were going to perform Domino, because I was like, oh, okay, because I don't look at the set list beforehand. I wanted to be surprised, but anyway, it was okay. And they literally had just, every door had one guy. They actually had two guys, because they had one guy scanning the ticket, but the ticket scanning guy didn't do anything else besides scan the ticket. And they basically had one metal detector per door, or per like line, I guess, because there were a few entrances and they each had like 3 little lines. That single metal detector, you had to walk through it carrying all of your stuff. They didn't have like a table to put your bag down on or anything. So obviously everyone's bag like immediately goes off. Everyone is wearing, you know, classic K-pop outfits, chains and keychains and pins and like like just so much. I was like, they do not know that this is not the way to do this. So okay, we've made it to our cards we sleeve in our Dragon Shield sleeves. These are all my Han cards that I had to rebuy because the giant bulk purchase I got was a scam. Oh my god, I'm still mad about that. But this guy, you had to walk through, and then obviously everyone's person goes off. He makes you like walk back through, walk in again, and then like, you know, take off your bag. Then he looks at the bag, and it was just taking like minutes per person. And I was like, sir, you can't be doing this. Like, it's going to take way too long. Like I said, my friend and I were pretty close to the front. It took us 40 minutes to get in. They also opened the doors a half hour late. So I was like, this is already off to a bad start. And we were like, we'd already got early merch, but at the early merch, they didn't have the tote bag. And I kind of really wanted the tote bag after I saw people carrying it around. And so I was like, well, I don't want to get back in line for merch, but I kind of want that tote bag. And Rach had gotten the trading card. And once she opened the trading card, I was like, I want a trading card now. So I kind of wanted to get back into the merch line, and we were like, oh my god, we're not even gonna be able to get, like, the merch line's gonna be so long once we get in there. And then we finally got in. For some reason, myself did not alert the metal detector, so I guess that's nice, and I got in, and there was literally no line for merch. They had a merch station right at that front entrance, and there was like 20 people in line. It was so surprising. They had so much merch. I remember that from Twice, actually. Truist Park had a lot of merch stands for Twice. And I texted my friend Shamma, who had gone to the San Francisco and the LA stop for Skiz. And she was like, we had one merch stand at San Francisco. I was like, oh, shoot. Yeah. So after that, we got in and then waited, like, you know, they started like maybe 15 minutes late, and then I learned later that there were like thousands of people outside, including one of my friends, who literally made it in like 25 minutes late. Like, it was crazy. They were not prepared at all. But then the show was, I mean, obviously, the show was amazing. Like, I wish that I could see Stray Kids still in like an arena and be able to see like all their faces up close, but I have gotten to do that like 4 or 5 times. Then I saw them at KCON, and I saw Three Racha at Global Citizen Festival, which was a cursed day, but I at least get to say that I saw Three Racha, and Jungkook, obviously. But I think just Skiz is they're too popular now. Like, they need to be in stadiums, and the good thing about stadiums is obviously they can do all the pyrotechnics, and they can do like really crazy stages and like fireworks and all that stuff. So that was like really cool. I couldn't see them as well as like I wished I could, and I was in like a close 100 seat. It's just like you can't see them close unless you're literally in that GA front area, which Godspeed to all of you guys who did that. Like, obviously now I'm seeing them in DC, and now I'm like, man, it'd be kind of fun to do GA, but I can't now. Like, the GA tickets are like over $1,000 now. So, but it was truly like, they're just one of the best setup performers around. Like, it genuinely was, that show was just so amazing. The unit stages were just so cool. Like, oh my God. I like all of the unit songs, but now I like love all the unit songs. Like, seeing them in person, oh my God. There was this whole bit during Burning Tires, which was so funny. Obviously, Escape, like, literally destroyed all of us. Of course, Han and Felix, like, and Cinema, sorry, to finish that thought, obviously, Hanji is, like, my old bias, so I literally am obsessed with everything he does. But, like, Felix was killing it, and then Cinema was so beautiful, and because they had started a little bit late, we got this like really amazing lighting setup, because for the first 2 unit songs, it was like, you know, like not like sunlight bright out, but it was definitely like, you know, kind of on the brighter side. And then once you got to Escape, it was like kind of going into like orangey sunset. And then once you got to Cinema, it was like dark, and it was so beautiful. It's a broadcast, so I'm double sleeving this one. That was amazing. I'm so glad they did Domino again. I'm so glad. What else did they did Lonely Street again. They did Cover Me. That I was not prepared for. That was so amazing to see live. I filmed the whole thing in my vlog. I have the entire song in there because I just could not stop filming. It was just so amazing. They did My Pace, which was really fun. I wish that, like, I know they're doing these for encore songs, but I wish they did, like, you know, Get Lit. Like, I love Get Lit, or Dang, or like Hall of Fame, and they did do Top Line. That was amazing. But I wish we had more of those vibe, like, B-side songs, because I love those songs so much. But anyway, it was such an amazing night. They all looked so good. Like, I haven't seen them. They haven't toured here for like almost 2 years, I think. So they just look so more grown up now. Like, seeing them in person, it was so fun. We had like such an amazing time. And then I got home. I woke up, found out that I won that wooyoung video call. Then Rach drove me to the airport. We pulled over and watched the Bad Influence 17 video because that had just come out. Oh my God, Hollow was also released the day of the concert. So much stuff was going on. And then when I got back, I had like a few hours, then I had to go to work just for like, 2 hours. Then I had to get my dog. And then the next day, again, I had to work like all during the day. And then I had to go to see BB with my friend Claire, which was so fun. I have to say though, I was really dragging by the end of that. I'm so glad we had like a balcony seat. We were in front row of the balcony, which I had bought because I was like, this will be nice because we'll be in front row. And a lot of the floor seats were like getting sold out when I was buying the tickets. So I was so glad to sit because I genuinely was like not doing, like, I was so unwell from having like not slept and all that stuff from the previous day. My friend Claire was like, wished that we were all standing and jumping around, but I was like, actually, I'm kind of glad we're sitting. And BB was that girl is so funny. Like, she has no filter. She says literally whatever comes to her brain. And she did multiple things where she walked around the whole floor and she just went up to people and started talking to them. She asked everyone about their jobs. She like, and every time they said what their job was, she like made it like a sexual innuendo. It was so funny. Like, someone was like, oh, I'm a teacher. And she was like, oh, can you teach me to be a good girl? It was, like, hilarious. Oh, my God. She sounds exactly like all of the recordings. She sounds like her vocals were amazing. She did basically all the songs I wanted to hear, except I would have loved to hear Moto Speed 24, because that's one of my favorite songs from Low Life Princess, but I didn't buy any merch at that one because I really wanted this tote bag, but only the VIPs got the tote bag. And the shirt was like kind of cute, but I don't think it was cute enough for me to spend like $50 on it. She has a cute light stick too, but I did not get that. And then the next day, woke up again. I had to work. Actually, that day I had to cancel I woke up. I had to cancel my 7 a.m. class because I literally felt like I was sick. Like, I felt like I was gonna die. So I had to cancel that. It's like my mom and like her friends who do that class. So I just texted them and I was like, I'm really sorry, guys. I like physically can't do it. Went to work, taught until 2. And then I literally had to immediately get into the car to drive all the way to Baltimore to go see JB. And I was so stressed then too. I had didn't have a lot to eat. It was so hot out. It was like 95 degrees out. And I'm in the car and it was because DC traffic, especially getting out of DC, is like literally one of the worst things you could ever imagine. It's like torturous how difficult it is to get out of the city it was 2 p.m. That's not even rush hour, but in DC, that is still rush hour. And I literally was calling my mom because I was like, I need distraction from the fact that the VIP, I won. Oh, so literally 2 weeks ago, I had entered the JB video call. You basically had to buy some albums on his website, and each album was an entry into the video call. And they said on May 27th or whatever, they were going to announce the winners via email, and it was June 2nd or so, and I hadn't gotten an email, so I was just like, oh well, I guess I didn't win it. And then literally right after I had that thought, 1 hour later, I opened my email, and I got an email from Connect that was like, yeah, you won the video call. Not video call, fan sign. And I was like, wait, hold on. I literally emailed them back because I was like, hold up. Can you confirm? Is this email real? And they were like, yeah, if you go on our website, there's a leaderboard. It says all the emails of people who won. And I went, and yeah, there I was. So I had to get there earlier. They basically treated me like a VIP kind of slot because all the VIPs have to get there earlier because they do the sound check and stuff. So our fan sign was before all the other stuff. So we had to check in between 2 and 4. And I was ETA to get there at 3:45. And I was like, this is not going to be good. So I literally got there, 3:45. Luckily it was just a parking garage because it's in this casino. So there was free parking. And I literally just start sprinting. I literally was sprinting through that casino, asking anyone in sight, where is the hall? Where is the music hall? And I finally found it. I had a cramp. I was running so fast. And I finally get to the VIP. I check in and they're like, oh yeah, we backed it up. We pushed it back an hour. So it's going to start at 5:30. And I was like, are you kidding me? So we all had to sit on the floor and wait. But it was amazing. You get another album. They're going to ship me my 2 that I bought. But you get another album in person. And they give you a Post-it and you can write your name on it if you want him to sign it directed to you. And then, you just wait in a little line. It was so quiet in that they told us we couldn't have our phones and anything out. But we were in the venue because that's where he was going to do the fan sign. And then all of a sudden this guy walks out and he's wearing this baseball hat and this varsity just track outfit and maybe jeans or something. And I literally thought he was a staff member. And then he sits down at the table and I was like, oh shit, that's JB himself. So everyone got to walk up. He shook everyone's hand. And you got to say a few things to him. I was not prepared for that because I thought it was going to be just faster. He was because his signature is kind of extensive and he writes to Meg. He wrote 4 hearts on it, which was so cute. And then he basically I got up and I was like, oh, it's the last day of your tour. I knew his tour had been crazy. If you guys saw all the drama about the tour. And so I was like, you're almost done, like fighting, like you got it. And he literally stared me right in the eyes. Like I looked at him, I could see the sheen of his chapstick. Like I remember it so clearly. And he just looked at me and he was like, "Chocho," which basically in Korean is basically like confirmation. But the way he said it, he basically was like, "Thank God." I was like, yeah, man, I'm sorry. Almost there, guys. But then, yeah, it was kind of funny because then basically there was me, a mom and daughter, which was so cute, and this other girl. And those are the only ones of us in the fan sign who did not have any other VIP benefits. And they didn't want us to leave the venue because they already scanned our tickets. And there was some thing about like, oh, if we already scanned it, you're not gonna be able to scan it again, or I don't know, whatever. I guess to prevent other people from like sharing tickets. I don't know. So they basically didn't want us to leave. So we just had to sit in this conference room, like while everyone else is doing all their other like, I'm going to give this to my friend Rachel because I already have this card. Yeah, all the like sound check and all the other stuff. So we just literally like me and these two, I guess three, because there was a little girl, other women just like were sitting around waiting. I was able to pre-order merch. This was cool. You could pre-order merch on their website like a few weeks in advance. And so that's how I bought the trading card pack, because I was like, the trading cards are going to be sold out by the time I get in there after all the VIP stuff. And I definitely was right. So I'm glad that I did that. I feel like I have this Kevin already. Yeah, I already had this Kevin. Okay, so Kevin is going off to the side. I also already have this Kevin, so that's going off to the side too. I feel like I have a Moon Bay unit already, but I'll have to check later. Yeah, so I actually got to hear some of the sound check, which was really fun. And then I got in there, I got my little fries and my little soda, because again, I was so tired. I was so tired, guys. I can't even explain to you. Do that. Such an amazing concert. He is so cute, little... Me calling this like 30-plus-year-old man cute, but he was so cute and I love his vocals. He had some sensual dances, classic because it's JB. But you know, the show was amazing. Then I had to drive home 45 minutes and then I get home and I had to take a nap basically for 3 hours because then at Makestar, basically the way Makestar does their video calls is they call you 3 hours prior to the video call. And because that's when they check your ID, which is all fine if you're in Korea and it's like 3 p.m. But for us, it's literally 3:30 in the morning. So I had to wake up. I had to set my alarm for like 3:20 because I knew they were going to call me like around 3:30. And then they called me. I showed them my ID through the screen. Then they hang up. Then I went back to sleep until like 5, and then I got up at 5 and I did my hair and like all that stuff. And my only like, I can show a snippet of my video call. Oh, man. So my best friend and I have tattoos with your song Turbulence. I have a picture right here. That's both of our tattoos together. Because we love that song so much. And I've been so happy to see it so many times, you guys performing it. So I just want to say thank you so much for that. Yeah, actually, I really love the song. Yeah, it's so emotional and beautiful, and I love your part in it. It's amazing. Yeah. Thank you. To your show this time. Oh, do you see my dog? Yeah. Oh, hi. Yeah. This is her name. Her name is Lido. Yeah. Yeah. You have a Korean name, right? Yeah. I feel like it was not as good as I wanted it to be. Like, I was kind of frazzled. We had this, like, sound issue also at the very beginning. Like, wooyoung couldn't hear me. So, like, it starts off, and also I forget that wooyoung is, like, this man. Like, I love him. I love him so bad. But one of the reasons I love him is because he is literally like a moody, like angsty little boy. And he doesn't smile if he doesn't want to smile. So I start the video call and he's like, hi. And I was like, hi, wooyoung. And he's like, yep. And I was like, bro, you need to give me more than that. Like, I am an introvert just trying to live my life. Like, I need you to please act more excited about this. And then we had like this sound issue. So he like, then I start talking and I can tell he's like first I was like, does he not understand what I'm saying, like translation wise? And then he turns to the person off screen and says something to her, and she's like, oh, hold on, and they hung up. And I was like, okay. So I had to wait for them to call me back, and then I was kind of flustered. So then I just start talking because I was like, oh my god, I can't, like, I need to tell this story. And basically my story was I wanted to show him my turbulence tattoo because my best friend and I, Rachel and I, have matching turbulence tattoos, and her is San and mine is wooyoung. And like, you know, wooyoung and San also have matching friendship tattoos. So I was trying to make it like a little story. I was trying to be like, oh my god, like, you know how you and San have these tattoos, like, and you guys are best friends, like my best friend and I also have these tattoos. But he was not he was like, my tattoo, and I was like, I'm aborting this, like I'm just gonna tell him. And I was like, look at my tattoo. And so I showed him and I told him, I was like, my best friend and I have matching tattoos, and I have a photo of both her arm and my arm like together. So I was like, yeah, look. And then he like looks at it and he's like, oh my god, and he goes, actually, like that is one of my favorites too. And I was like, yes bro, I know. Like I am your stan, like I know. But that was actually so cute, him sitting there, and he was like actually, and I was like, I'm dead. But and then I like fumbled the rest of the bag, guys. I don't even know what I said. Like I've only watched that video call one time through to splice the sound and the sound and the video together. Cause I just was like, anyway, we did it. He met my dog. That was really cute. I'm trying to lay out these cards so I can look at all my templates together. And then after that, I went to sleep again, and I had to get up, and then I had to go and teach class. And of course, this weekend at the gym, it was like this member appreciation weekend. So we had like special themed classes. And I was like, oh my gosh, it'll be so fun. I decided this like months ago. I was like, I'll do a cardio Pilates class. Like that'll be so fun. And yes, that is really fun. Not if you haven't slept in like basically a week straight. So that was like, that timing was not great on my part, and I've never taught a cardio Pilates class. I was just like, this will be fun. And actually, I think it really was fun. Like, I think people had a really good time. Like, I had good feedback after. People were sweating, which was the goal. So it all worked out. But after that, I literally went home and I was like, I am about to crash out, like so bad. So I'm really grateful for all the stuff I got to do, but I was genuinely like, I think I need to take a break. And the next day, oh, this is my random Kevin pop. This is, if anyone wants this Kevin, I will sell them to you. I got him in a bundle on Mercari Japan, so I will put him off to the side, but I will still store him in like my special section. But so anyway, the next day I totally forgot. Well, I knew that it was AT's Lemon Drop release day because I was tuned into that, don't worry. Even though I was coming home from BB, yeah, my friend Claire and I were supposed to watch the Lemon Drop video together, but I was like, Claire, I can't do it. Like, I'm so tired. I need to go home. Like, usually I can push through for like a long time, but then once I can't push through, then I really can't. Like, then it's all over. Like, I need to escape. And I get antisocial. So that's like what I could feel was happening to me. So I watched it the next day because I was like, I can't watch it right now. But I was tuned into that, of course. I'm streaming that. That album is literally so good. I love all the songs. I even love the outro song, which sometimes I don't listen to their outros that much, but I really liked that one. You guys can't see, but my season's greetings cards are going over there. And then the next day I went to the gym just to come in and say hi because one of our front desk girls, she's so cute. She's getting into K-pop recently, and she loves Stray Kids and she loves ATEEZ, and she's gone to a bunch of concerts now. Like, she's diving deep in. I'm so proud of her. But she was like, I want to show you my photo cards that I've acquired like before I go, because she was going to be away this week she went to see The Weeknd, maybe? I can't remember. But anyway, I did already have this Juyeon. Okay, this Juyeon is also an extra. I'll show you guys all my extras at the end, and then you guys can decide if you can let me know if you want any of these. Okay, I'm checking off the cards that I have here. So this is our first. Chenny, oh, it looks so different with his little brown hair. And, guys, the other thing that happened today, today, so all that happened, we're finally at like present day, I think. So the thing that happened today, if you guys, so today is Wednesday, the 18th. My parents' anniversary, actually. But I woke up this morning and my friend Shamma had texted me, and she is not like a big dubby, but she knows like, is this the only roar card I have? Oh my god, I didn't sort the rest of these. I was like, I swear I had another roar card. Oh my god, wait, hold on. Yeah, my friend, she's not like a big dubby, but she like knows, and she's like on social media a lot. So I woke up to a text from her in this group chat I had with a few of my friends, and she was like, oh my god, Meg, the Boyz news, I'm so sorry. And I was like, what? And I open Twitter, and obviously I'm filming this on the day this happened. So if there's more information that comes out later that is somehow contrary to what I'm about to say, like, please don't hold me, like, we don't know all the information yet, but they literally kicked Hanyan out of this group. Guys, I cannot believe that. From what I have seen, everyone could have a different opinion, but I don't think that the reasoning for them kicking him out is a good enough reason. Like, to me, cannot believe this. I don't even need to, like, if you guys want to look, I'm sure everyone knows who's watching this video at this point, like, what was going on. But, yeah, so, look, I have so many of his cards right now. This is so sad. Yeah, so I found that news out today, too. That is so crazy, guys. That is just, like, I don't know, man. It just seems like 100 be doing some weird stuff right now. They're being a little sus, I gotta say. Oh, good. Oh my god, I have all the units. Oh my god. Yeah, so that's my opinion. I just can't imagine how blindsided everyone was on that too. Like, I don't know. Yeah, so anyway, that's crazy. I feel like I don't have anything else to say about that, just because, like, I don't know. Again, we don't know all the information. A friend, like a mutual, who they're alt bias, and so I feel so bad for them. Like, can you imagine if anyone out there is a Hanyan bias? I feel for you guys, like, truly. Oh my god, it's so rough. You guys, like, can't really see my template, but so the Boyz templates are kind of chaotic because at the beginning I could only find templates that have like each member individually for like the early eras. Where is this card? I'll have to check if I have that card already. Same with these Juyans. Where were those coming from? Hello? Okay, we need another Chani. We need 2 more Chungmins. Interesting. I do have these 2 Dreamlikes though. So we have Chungmin. We have these 2 Chungmins. Oh my god, I didn't even mark off that I had this one coming. I'm actually not doing too bad on these Dreamlike cards. Like, that's crazy. So then once we get into, then I do have these 2 reveals. Yeah, I have these 2. I swear I have that Kevin. Where did it go? I don't know where that Kevin is, but anyway. Is this interesting to you guys? I don't know if this is. I don't know if this is interesting. Okay, I don't know where those are coming from either, but next. This Hanyan ID has been marked off for like years, so I do not know if that is going to be actually on the way to me ever. I'll need to probably buy that again. So this is my new template for everyone. It's just that I was marking off the stuff that I had already marked off. I didn't want to like double, like, book them. So this is my last remaining. This is the amount of stuff that I need left, guys. This is like crazy. I don't even know if I'm going to collect these cards, but I have them here in case. Okay, and then, yeah, I definitely got these 4 Erics down there. And then for Unexpected, we got these 4 from someone. Okay, and then I have this Whoa Jacob. So the Whoa is done. We just need this Cherry Sangan card. That is diabolical that I don't have that. Okay, and then this Jacob. Oh my god, yes! I need him too. Awesome. Okay. Oh yeah, whoa, Jacob. Okay. And then we have 2 more sets. 2 more pop sets for Unexpected, which is very exciting. And then we also have, oh wait, I have all of my season's greetings. So we have Julian's. One of the Sonus is, yeah, this is a pop. One of these Julian's is a pop then. It's, which one is it? This one? Yeah. Okay, so we do have this Sonu giraffe. We have all these Genjai Julians. We also have this Sonu concept. Not too bad, honestly. For the fact that I like didn't have a, this is not even a template, guys. This is like a photo that I found on Twitter of someone's season's greetings, because there's no templates for these. I don't know why. Okay, all right, everyone. I'll move that so the screen gets less. That's everything I'm gonna do for today. We're ending in this is a terrible angle to end on. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed my little chatty chat time. And let me know if you're going to any of these concerts or you did go to any of these concerts. If you're going to DC, I will see you there. I'm bringing a lot of photo cards to sell on the streets of DC. So if you find me, I have a lot of cheap cards I'm going to try to sell. So definitely hit me up. Also on Instagram if you want to know where I'll be. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.